A developing story, we're hearing from a man about one of the scariest days of his life.
He tells us he was tied up, beaten, and robbed. Then, as the suspects pulled away in his car, a police officer was shot. Now that officer is fighting for his life in the hospital. 41 Action News reporter Sarah Plake is live with the homeowner's emotional story.
Don Fowler is 82 years old. He says he tried to protect his home in the face of an attack, but says Officer Tom Wagstaff is the real hero.
Physically, I'll get well. Emotionally, it's going to take some time because it happened right here in this house.
A passerby would have never known that two men forced their way into Don Fowler's home, threatening his life. Bound and beaten by the suspects, who police identified as Joe Wyatt and Ronar Santiago Torres, 82-year-old Don wasn't sure what the outcome would be.
When you heard the sirens, you know, I said, I don't believe that's for me, but it was. And that's when I was very thankful that this was coming to a close, maybe.
Those sirens meant the police were on their way. One of them, Independence Officer Tom Wagstaff.
Yes, I firmly believe that they saved my life and that they intervened and stopped what was going on.
In an attempt to get away, police say Wyatt and Santiago Torres took Don's car keys and drove his SUV through the garage door. Officer Wagstaff shot down in the yard. It's a reality Don says is much more painful than his own scrapes and bruises.
You certainly can think about the officer and certainly can use him in your prayers at night. And yes, I'm here and I'm glad to be here. But the real concerns is with the officer and with his family.
While grappling with his own emotions, Don's most important message is one of gratitude, and hopes Officer Wagstaff and his family will hear it.
There's not much you can say to a family. I've been through that with my wife. And I would tell them to have hope and prayers and that we'll all be praying for them.
Don's family says that they support the prosecution every step of the way, and they are focused on helping them in any way that they can. In Independence, I'm Sarah Plake, 41 Action News.